Well, hello, Tree.Church family. I hope this message finds you doing well. The reason for the message is I want to take a moment and address the coronavirus situation. First, I just want to speak to you as your pastor. Here's the reality. There are always going to be things in our lives that can cause us to go to fear, to have panic and stress in our lives. And let's just be honest, this is one of those moments. This is something that can be extremely terrifying to us as individuals. But I want to give you a different perspective and even some encouragement of how you can respond to this season of life. One of the things that is so natural for us is to try to stay in the loop on all the information. So we're always clicking online, we're watching on TV, we're calling people, we're talking about it. Here's the negative of that. That is putting fear into our spirits in a nonstop rate. That's not healthy for any of us. So here's what I want to encourage you. When you have moments where you are feeling the anxiety, you're feeling fear, to disconnect from media for a moment, for an hour, for hours, maybe even for a day or so. And when you disconnect, make sure that you are replacing it with some time in prayer. One of the most powerful tools God has given us so that we can experience peace in our lives is His presence. So I want to encourage you, put on some worship music, spend some time in prayer, read the scriptures, engage your family and your friends, and I promise you, God will use those moments to bring peace in your life. Because here's the truth. Psalm chapter 2 says this, God is still the king and He still sits on the throne. And here's the good news. Our God is sovereign and our God is our friend. He is on our side. So even though this situation seems like it's out of control, the reality is nothing threatens God. God has a plan and a purpose. We don't understand it, but God has a plan and a purpose, and we can trust Him because everything He's done to prove His love to us. Now let me take a moment and speak to how this is going to impact our church specifically. Just a few moments ago, our governor was on TV in a press conference, and what he asked is that there would be no meeting of groups over 100 people. Well, here's what's obvious. Our church is larger than that. And so as leaders, we came together, we talked about this, and what we've decided is it would be best to honor the wishes of our governor for many reasons. One, that's a biblical principle, that we submit to the authorities that God has placed over us. But then here's the second thing. We think what they are telling us is true, and we are a part of our community, and we want to do what's best for our community. So what we're going to do is we're going to cancel services this Sunday. Most likely this will go for multiple weeks. As they're issuing this idea that they want all schools to shut down for 3 weeks, then we know realistically that's probably the time frame that we're looking at least, but we're going to operate week to week. So here's what we're saying for sure for this week. We will not have any services on Sunday or Sunday evening or anything during the week. So that means all connect groups are canceled. So again, I just want to reiterate, this Sunday morning, there will be no services. There will be no youth services Sunday evening, no connect groups throughout the week, no meetings whatsoever in our building. Our building will be shut down. We will not be having any volunteers come in during the week. We're going to spend at least 1 week, and again, possibly more than that, but we're just communicating 1 week at a time. Here's what we're going to do instead. We're going to record a message that's going to be released Sunday morning. That's going to include worship, a teaching for adults, and a teaching for children. So our hope is if you're a single, you'll spend time watching this. If you're a family, you will watch it together. And I know that this will be an encouragement to you. It's not the ideal. The ideal is we get to come together, see each other, worship together. But this is something that we need to do in this season. As we go forward, we're already looking at technologies to make the online experience better because we think this might last for a few weeks. So again, we're going to communicate, so just look at receiving that communication from us. So what you can do is you can make sure you have our app so you can get the push notifications, make sure you're signed up for our weekly email, make sure you're signed up for our devotionals, and stay connected to social media, and we're going to give all the necessary communication because we want to stay relationally connected during this season. So that's what I'm asking every person to do. Make sure you're checking on each other, you're still reaching out, you're staying connected the best that you're able to do, and we're going to navigate this difficult season together, and when we come back, it's just going to be that more special for us to see each other's face, to be able to physically shake hands and hug, and to love each other. And so again, this is something we'll look back on in years and just marvel at what our country went through, but we are able to accomplish this for so many reasons. One, we are resilient people, but two, and most importantly, ultimately, we have a powerful God who is on our side, and He is going to give us the strength we need to walk through this season. So everyone, I'm desperately going to miss seeing your faces, but I know that this is going to just be a season, and so I'm praying for you. I love you, and I'll be talking to you soon. God bless you.